What up, y'all? Back again. What's going on today? So I just wanted to get with you, and I wanted to go over 10 things that the narcissist does when you're not around, or without you knowing. Okay. So if you've ever suspected like somebody that you've been dating in the early days, that here we go, maybe have a narcissist going on, or the relationship's acting funny and you don't know about narcissism, like you may feel confused whether you should give them the benefit of the doubt, right? And we all know that that's part of the seduction that comes with it, is the benefit of the doubt. Whenever you hear that, you always want to run. When your mind tells you that, that's from the enemy. But either you don't know about narcissism, or you're new to the findings of narcissism and you're starting to catch on when you're dealing with, these kind of thoughts in mind. But as a good person, you may give them feel like you got to give them a fair chance, because it's just something that we do. We would like to get a fair chance as well. The difference is that you're not a narcissist and they are. And you would take that as good favor, and they would take that as a way to abuse, just like everything else they do. When they're breathing, they're abusing. How do you like that one? That's a good one. As a good person, so you want to give them a fair chance. You might think that maybe like they're hurting, and maybe they'll change if you continue with them. This is kind of normal in the beginning. These are kind of the thoughts the empath thinks. Okay. I'm not saying it's right. It's not right, but we're going to go into this now. Well, putting your fears at rest now, we're going to, after we get done with this podcast here, the 10 things narcissists do when you're not around, or unbeknownst to you, or things you may not understand, that it'll be clear. You'll be able to know to make better decisions. I understand that the narcissist is truly using you. They're using you. They don't care about you. And I'm trying to go hard right now because I don't want nobody to think like it's a good idea to stick it out with them. It's never a good idea to stick it out with the narcissist. Whether you're in the church or in the world, it don't matter. Narcissists, they all follow similar and to same patterns. So whatever I go over here is going to be confident. I'm confident that it's going on in your narcissist as well as it was in mine. And a lot of people will be like, don't tell them it's your narcissist. Well, whatever, it is what it is. It was the narcissist I was dealing with. My narcissist, damn it. It was anyway. So they can't, a lot of them don't feel any empathy. They're self-centered, and they'll weaponize your empathy. So you got to be careful of that. They'll use it against you. Like your greatest gift, they will use as your greatest weapon against you. It's terrible. But they're backwards, and that's why that happens. That's why they're your nemesis, your complete nemesis, the other side of the spectrum. They will do whatever it takes to make them happy, and they'll do it at your expense. And if it is at your expense, it's even better most of the time. They don't care. They don't care if they hurt you in the process. When you're not with the narcissist, they're up to no good, man, all the time, always. It's like in lifting the veil to some of the things that they're doing while you're not looking around, while you're not there, and it'll make you sick to your stomach, man. I'm telling you, it really will. You really don't want to know what the narcissist was doing when you break up with them, to follow them around or any of that. It's better off that you don't know what happened, because they are terrible. Next we're going to go over the 10 scary things the narcissists do when you're not looking, man, and when you're not thinking, and so we're going to hit number 1 first, man. It's cheating, man. They're cheating on numerous dating sites. They'll have undercover profiles, especially if they're looking good and they're an extrovert, but most of them are introverts and antisocial. I would agree with that. Those are the ones I've dealt with. They're mostly like that, but they are good looking most of the time. But not all narcissists. Some are dogs. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I was just kidding. But they crave attention, man. They crave it. They're addicted to it. So, they'll deceive, manipulate, they'll cheat, just multiple datings, They'll seduce. I mean, they'll be on frequent inappropriate like websites and stuff. Very common narcissism. Very common. Multiple partners. You know, in town, multiple partners, and then they have out of town partners. Sometimes the next town over. If you ever heard, like, you know, if they're on like Match or something, or whatever, Tinder or whatever, they'll go to the next town over's county. I mean, and get a date. If you notice, they always want to stay in the house too. They don't ever want to go out to eat and all that. Not typically. I mean, they will, but it's like they'll run into exes, run into currents. They don't need all that. But, you know, even though, you know, they'll even get them outside the country from online and go meet up with them. Seriously, no doubt. So if you use your intuition, it'll guide you. If something feels off, then it is. You have to take it as it is. If it seems too good to be true, it's not true. Okay, those are all of the warning signs from your intuition, and don't ignore it. They'll make you a fool. They'll make a fool out of you. I mean, before you even know it, because they're talking behind your back. They're doing stupid things behind your back. And then they'll bring home STIs, you know, sexually transmitted infections and diseases and things. They'll make a fool out of you. And we all have probably dealt with that. You deserve an honest and faithful relationship. One that is built on, you know, love and truth, and not like a fake double life type with a narcissist. You don't need that. Why do you want to invest in that? Number two, they'll go through your personal things. When you're dating a narcissist, they're going to go through your personal things, your personal items. Okay, and you think you left your girl or your man or your dude at home, your female. For the females, you left your man at home or whatever, and you left him at the house, you went to work, and little did you know, they're like snooping through everything that you have. Okay, as soon as you leave, looking for ways to incriminate you so that they can build a smear campaign on you right from the jump, to use against you during discard or disengagement, to incriminate you. They're terrible. You're sleeping with the enemy even from the jump. They'll snoop through all your files, and you have to safeguard your personal belongings. This is the boundary to this. You have to be aware of this, and you have to learn to build boundaries. The boundary to this would be, don't leave somebody you don't know at your house, or somebody new to you. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Protect your privacy and make clear boundaries. Number three, trying to contact your exes on social media. They will do this right from the jump. As soon as you leave the house, you know, you think you're in a committed relationship, but they're not. You know, they can't resist. I mean, as soon as you leave, as soon as you leave the house, they're contacting their exes. I mean, no doubt in my mind. They're harem. They're setting up, you know, supply to monkey branch to the new supply from online. You know, a sex escapade. You know. With a new one, you know, it's like flings. They'll do anything. They're always want to be friends with their exes. You know why? Because they're always getting back with them. They're addicted to supply. People are the greatest addiction to most narcissists, for supply. Number four, they'll be visiting websites, freaky websites, man, like real sexual websites and stuff, and ones where they'd be getting off, I mean, like literally person to person online. I mean, just weird crap, man. It's like when no one's looking, the narcissist is on just like sleazy websites. They're inappropriate websites, and they're just it's the life that they have. It's not the life. They're hiding a life from you, you know. And they're very explicit interactions. I mean, the depths they go to find out what's really happening. I mean, when you're not around, it's devastating. You don't want to know. I mean, if you have a suspicion, just believe it. I mean, when it comes to narcissists or anything weird, because you deserve a healthy relationship, one that's open, one that you can have open conversation, respect boundaries, and have honest communication, love, joy, and happiness. Number 5, when you're not around, they're turning your friends and family against you. The narcissist engages in a chilling smear campaign, okay? So buckle up, man, and prepare, because when you break up with the narcissist, you're going to hear all about it then. But you're not hearing about it now, because they're setting it up in the background from the jump. A lot of times the best way dealing with these things is just ignore them. Just don't give them any energy, no response, because you can't argue with the narcissist in this department. There's certain things you cannot fight a narcissist with, and it's a smear campaign. You just leave it alone. But this just could be a blessing to some degree, because all the people that react and act with the narcissist are the ones you want to dump. You dump all them fools, and the people that are still in your corner, you keep them. Those are the real ones. The ones that weather it with you, the ones that back you up. You know, they started smearing you right from the jump in preparation for discard long before breakup. This is a lot of planted seeds of doubt that they do, okay? Separating you from your loved ones. They'll isolate you, and they'll be preparing to play the victim. They're always preparing to play the victim. They have you know, they'll these false images that they need to protect, and so they'll do anything to protect that false fake ass image. While you question your sanity, they're making people believe their false mask, and you look like the bad one. They're getting people all caught up in that web of lies, and getting your family to believe that you're crazy, okay? You know, they have been spreading this web of lies, poisoning the very perception that others have of you. They're ruining you behind your back. This is when you keep both eyes open. See who loves you. See who still loves you. Those are the ones you keep. You cut off everybody else and just stand tall and soldier up, man, you know. Number 6, engaging in surveillance. They have an insatiable need for control. They're all about power control. They'll stalk you. They'll use spyware cams. They'll use flying monkeys. They'll like hide cameras in your house, GPS your car, LoJack you. I mean, seriously, like 7, they're going to sabotage your finances. This is how they keep you with them. You know, prepare yourself, because when you break up with the narcissist, and if you haven't been keeping up with the finances, even if you have, man, you're going to find that there's going to be some shams there, or there's going to be things that you didn't know about, some debts possibly. You know, they have a way about convincing people, you know, to loan them money, you know, to sign and co-sign loans. You don't ever want to do that. You know, you don't want to open joint accounts. You don't want to embark on a new business with anybody, new business venture with anybody. None of this stuff. You know, and so you don't want to do anything. Ultimately, it's not good. It's never a good idea. They'll strip you of your independence this way, and they'll leave you relying on them. So you have to build boundaries, and that means to maintain financial independence. Independence is financial security, which means you don't get involved with somebody else with their finances. I mean, it's best all throughout your life, you know, to have joint accounts or joint things when you're married and you've been together a long time. But you know, until a certain point, till you really can trust them, you don't jump to conclusions. You never co-sign on a loan for anybody, not even your child, in my opinion. Number 8, emotional manipulation, unbeknownst to you, at least until you wake up. It could take a long time, or you could never wake up. But they'll plan to devise evil methods to manipulate, gaslight, make you doubt your reality, create a web of confusion that will it'll drain the hell out of you. Okay, and without knowing, this is what they're doing. Even though you're there, you don't know that this is what they're doing. 9, projecting their behaviors onto you. The narcissists have to have a knack for like projecting their own negative qualities onto other people, man, without them knowing. They're very good at it. or when nobody's looking. You know, it's really crazy. They're very spiritual with it. They engage in behaviors that are, you know, conventionally, and are just, they're doing crazy stuff out there, and continually. Okay, and anytime you're not around, they're going to be doing crazy stuff. It's designed to deflect, blame, and shift all of the focus from them to you, and to shift all of that onto you. You must you know, stay aware of this projection, refuse, and don't let their false accusations affect your self-esteem, because that's what kills you and injures you. It's important to note that their accusations are distorted. They're always distorted. I mean, you can't believe them. And a reflection is what they're doing to you. So if they're blaming you for cheating, lying, stealing, they're doing that. That's them telling you the truth for the first time in their whole life, backwards, right? So don't internalize their baseless claims, man. They'll be there to erode your self-esteem, man, your self-worth, and it's not. You don't have to regulate anybody. It's not your job to regulate somebody. Number 10, they'll play mind games with you. Mind games. Narcissists get, you know, satisfaction from indulging in mind games with you. You know, for power, control, maintain dominance over you. This is what they do, you know. And you should never allow this. Never allow somebody to dominate you. They'll play the silent treatment, withholding affection, setting up traps to test your loyalty. You know, they're always testing your loyalty. It's bull. You know, they always, you know, come into play. Psychological games that impact your mental health, your emotional well-being. They want to keep you off balance and submissive, man. This is what it's all about, keeping you off balance. Remember, you're the one with the strength. You're the one with the power over this. Deception, prioritize, you know, and detach, emotionally detach, you know, fall in love with yourself. You know, people always say, you know, the empath can't be alone and all this BS, that we're codependent. That's not, a lot of times not. I don't believe that, man. You know, I mean, it's true in some cases, but it's not completely like that. But, you know, if that's the case, then you need to get alone, man, and you need to fall in love with yourself, man. Become a priority to get to know yourself, man, because that's pretty fun stuff, man. And you know, bettering yourself. You know, it's like if you have learned, you know, all of this stuff, man, that all that they've been doing to you is just a game to them. Okay, that's fine. Then you need to just emotionally detach. You should be able to. I was able to, when I found out it was a game to them, like that's how they've been running it. I detached emotionally right away and gray rocked. It was pretty easy for me, because I was like, yo, you've been just playing this like a game. Then I'm not gonna have feelings for that. No freaking way, man. And then just play the game right back to them. That's what I believe. That's what I did. You know, I mean, because, I mean, then I knew when they were going to try and project on me, they're playing games. Okay, so I'm like, whatever. I'm not playing into it. You know, just don't play into it. Just do all your defenses. Play it right back to them. Just sit there, you know, just look at them. When they're trying to project to you, look at them. You know, don't get into it. They want you to emotionally get into it and open up, you know. They want you to succumb to this. You know, when they're screaming at you, just walk away. You know, nonchalant, man. Give them indifference. Indifference kills them. They hate it because they're not important. When they call, don't pick up the phone, man. You don't need that piece of shit. Anyway, if you're still on, give me a like, a thumbs up, and a subscription, y'all. Peace. Love y'all. Till next time, sold you up. We out.